Seemed like you caught like 103 balls today. Pretty active day, or was it just another day at the office?
I'm at the point that we're getting in with the off-season, having a good relationship now. Caught a lot of passes. Everything just feels pretty fluent. I feel like, trust the guy on the field. I feel like I've always been one of those guys that can get us out of sticky situations, check down wise. So, yeah, having a great time out there. Everyone seems to be flowing in their own.
You feel pretty confident you would have gotten out of bounds there in the 2-minute drill?
We'll leave it up. The DB, Carrington, CV, he got in good position. He actually beat me to the spot, but I think physics would probably be in my favor.
Do you believe in dad's strength, and is that something that you're going to acquire for this season?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really, see if that pans out. Hopefully, it doesn't actually make me feel any worse than I do in the mornings now. But still young, so yeah, looking forward to dad's strength. Test it out.
What's the next step for you as a player after the season you had last year?
That was a discussion that I had with the coaches. One thing I feel like I could have done better was separating man-to-man. Most of my game was checkdowns underneath and my yards after catchability. So I'm looking to put it all together. I'm looking to have every resource I need based off the repetitions I've gotten over and over and over this offseason. Last offseason I had a torn pec. I didn't get a chance to have an opportunity to do any of this. So really being able to apply my technique and stack like reps on coverages and schemes and fronts. I just got a much better feeling of the game this offseason.
With all that you do in the blocking game, we just haven't seen a lot of opportunities down the field from you, but when they come, you do something with them. How do you open that part of your game up more while still retaining what you do as a blocker?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take like a seam route, for example. Like not being able to push my width past my landmark on the field, be able to stretch the field vertical. Identifying if the linebacker in front of me is about to mash me inside, or if he's going to drop to the hook. Just reading my keys, triangles in the defense, just becoming more efficient pre-snap. But and then also, as I stated previously, just separating man to man.
Can you still the seam route? Can you have that be a bigger part of your game while still being that classic and foundational to the run scheme?
Yeah, and that's what you guys have been missing out on. Usually, you're at training camp whenever we're drilling these routes and stuff like that. But that's the familiarity with stretching vertically. Period is just your how you apply all your techniques and all your routes, but also becoming more efficient down the field.
What was your reaction to seeing Bo wearing a white jersey on defense?
Yeah, I actually caught a pass, and I saw someone I turned up, took a few steps, and saw someone do a flyby on my peripheral. I turned around. I'm like, who was that? A wide receiver just decided to just mess around and come tag off on me or something like that. But no, yeah, Bo was out there taking snaps at defense. I was very surprised, to say the least. I know his brother plays DB for the Cardinals, but the more you can do, as they always say, your greatest ability is availability. So the more you can do on the field.
Matt said he was showing you guys clips of him just on special teams, and that's kind of why they thought he could work at defensive back. You know him obviously on the offensive side of the ball. How tough would that be if he is a guy that's trying to do
Yeah, he's just gonna. It's just probably more zone stuff for him, because he plays the corner on punt. So being able to take read steps attached to somebody's hip, match their speed, break with their speed. He's a great athlete, and he's super, super fast. But I would say the most difficult thing, probably would be, having the instinct to learn how to backpedal a game and drop into the hook. That'd be.
Tucker, when you look at the offense as a whole, obviously, had plenty of bright moments, but I guess what do you think is the next step for this offense, and how do you even build on what you guys did last year?
I would say there's a lot of guys I was a large offensive draft class, and a lot of us are still here. I would say it would be us, taking that next step forward, and really cleaning up a lot of the mistakes that we saw last year. So just full on accountability moving forward.
Tucker, you told us a lot about your hunger going into every single game. We talked to Josh and Jaden and Jordan and everyone, and they said that it just seems heightened, that hunger to win and compete and get better. Can you sense that on the offensive end?
Yeah, I mean it's the toughest part about this part of the year is we're doing jog through a lot of non-competitive stuff. You know, we just want to turn it up bad. We want to play hard. So yeah, just seeing like a general rise in maybe just like knowledge of the game this off season for sure. People are more locked in.
This time of year, do you envision, Tucker, like do you envision, oh, this is going to be my role in the offense, this is what I can do in this offense as things start to come together?
Yeah. Also, you know, the coaches, they play a key role in that. You know, telling me what I need to work on, showing me how to do it, putting me on the field in position to work just, you know, the same routes over and over again, you know, against different coverages. So it's really been just the best part about this is the monotony of it and just growing.
When did you feel 100% after the torn pec?
So I technically recovered in about 12 weeks, but there was no push to get me out there because it was training camp. So like my first real practices back out there were like the week before joint practice versus the Ravens.
That's when you felt 100%?
Yeah.